What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is in season, and once again I go by Casper. If you did not check out my last video, go ahead and check out that video. That is the very first video that was posted on this channel. Today is the second video, and look, I told y'all I'm trying to be consistent with this, so we're gonna just jump back into Olympic track and field. Today was another crazy day. Look, after the men's 1500 final yesterday, I wasn't sure if that could be topped as like one of the best races of the Olympics, but then you turn around and we got two great finals today, which had some epic finishes in them. So first we had the men's 400 meter final, and we also had the men's steeplechase final today, and like I mentioned, both had some incredible finishes in them. So gonna be talking about those. Of course, love to get y'all's opinion on what y'all thought about the men's 400 final and also the men's steeplechase final as well today. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So starting off the men's 400 meter final, of course we had Quincy Hall in there, Karani James, Matthew Hudson Smith, Michael Norman. It was a pretty stacked field for the 400, and honestly all of these guys are pretty good at the 400 if I say so myself. They all had or not all, but a lot of them had a really good shot to win, and this race unfolded not like I thought it would. For example, Michael Norman just did not run a good 400 today. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if something happened during the race. I'm not really sure, but he just did not look like he normally does in the 400 meters. Like I mentioned, I don't know what happened, but just watching the race, he just fell back to the back and then just never got up to the front to actually challenge for the podium. And Chris Bailey was back there with him as well. Like I mentioned, I don't know if they were running on tired legs or what happened or what exactly, but I don't know. But coming into the last 100 of this race, Matthew Hudson Smith pretty much looked like he had it locked up. He just got to that last 100 and he just needed to hold on. Karani James was up there. Dream Richards was up there. I believe coming into the straight, Quincy Hall was in 5th place, I want to say. I'm going to show y'all the video as I keep talking about it, just so y'all can see the last 100 of this race. But just watching Quincy Hall come off the curve in what I said was probably like 5th place and just absolutely shoot up and pass everybody was just absolutely incredible. Like, I did not expect, and look, as you see, he's coming off the curve in 4th place right now. And I don't know what he had in this on him, but he just dug deep and pushed past Karani James. Like I said, Karani, Jareem, and Matthew Hudson end up winning the 400. He ran 43:40 was his time today, which was, I believe, a personal best for him. Yeah, it was a personal best for Quincy Hall. And there was a lot of records that were broken. For example, Matthew Hudson broke a national record for Great Britain. Dream Richards broke a national record. I believe he runs for Trinidad and Tobago. And then Muzala Samukongo broke a national record for his country as well. So it was a very, very good 400 race that they ran today. But like I mentioned, just watching Quincy Hall run that last 100 was just, it was shocking to see. I did not, like, running into that last 100, I was almost like, dang, like the U.S. may not even medal on this 400 because just everybody's at the back of the race. And then just watching Quincy just absolutely shoot down the last 100, and I don't know, I've run the 400 before and I've never just had that type of kick on the last 100. And I think his last 100 they said was like 11:09, and Matthew Hudson's last 100 was like a half second off of that. So Quincy was absolutely flying down the last 100 to get the gold for the U.S. So that was a really great race. Now, turning attention to the men's steeplechase final, which I told y'all was another great race. The U.S. ended up placing 2nd in this race, and that was just another crazy kick by the U.S. runner, Kenneth. I think it's Kenneth Brooks is his name. Kenneth Brooks is his name. He just had that last lap. He just decided he was going to go, and he took off away from everybody and just started running and just really pushed the pace on the last lap of the men's steeplechase final today. And I'm going to play the video for this one as well. He just, like I mentioned, he took off and just pulled away from the field. There was a crazy fall on the last lap of the race, which just looked like it was very painful. But turning into the water jump, Brooks had the lead. You had the defending Olympic champion. I believe his name is Al-Bakali. He's from Morocco. He won it last year, or not last year, but he won Tokyo Olympics, the steeplechase, and he defended his gold. But seeing the U.S. get 2nd in the steeplechase, which distance running for the U.S. is always up and down, it's just been crazy to see, especially like I mentioned, like with the 1500 final yesterday, and then you turn around and get a medal in the steeplechase today. It's just been like the U.S. track and field has really come along in the distance running, which is very nice to see. And like, look, steeplechase, I feel like not everybody watches. Like, you see steeplechase, and some people are like, oh yeah, I want to see that, and other people are like, nah, I really want to see like the more high profile events. But some of these track and field events, even though they're not super hyped up, have been some really good races in them. Like I said, steeplechase being one of those. Now tomorrow we have, I believe, another like power matchup that a lot of people are waiting for. Femke Bol versus Sydney McLaughlin in these 400-meter hurdles. The final takes place tomorrow. I have Sydney winning as of right now. I don't think Femke is going to beat her. The only question that we don't know, and in my opinion that we just are waiting to see, is what time is going to be dropped to win this 400-meter hurdles. And I'm sure it's going to be another world record. Both Sydney and Femke have been rolling this year, and they're going to push each other all the way through the line. So it's going to be a crazy race. I know it is, and I'm just ready to see it. Though we have the heats of the women's 400 today as well. That's setting up to be a good final. And then we have, I believe, the 4x1 heat start tomorrow as well, along with the 200 for the men's. I think that's tomorrow or it's Friday. One of the two. There is some great races coming up. Of course, like I mentioned with the 200, Noah Lyles is going for the double. And I'm not sure. Today he looked a little off. He had a mask on before his prelim for the 200 or semifinal for the 200 today. So I don't know if he's sick or what exactly is going on. It'll be interesting to see. And then the other news that we're getting like rumors about is that Quincy Wilson may run only 4x4 for Team USA. I really hope he does. It's been crazy to see a 16-year-old make it to the Olympics. So I hope he has some type of activity in the Olympics. Hopefully he runs on both the 4x4s. I don't know. We'll see. But whenever that comes, we'll talk about that. But that is all I got for y'all. Let me know if you watched the 400 final today and if you watched the steeplechase final as well. And let me know your thoughts on both races. But as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping in. Like I mentioned, I'll be dropping videos as often as I can just to kind of get the channel going, get things going. But I do appreciate y'all for stopping in, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.